What's up, guys? It is Gray, aka the Hokage, and we're back with more My Hero. I know this one's technically a day late, but school is winding down. It's busy time. You guys will be fine. You know, it's just a day. But this chapter is super freaking hype. Like, oh my god. It's incredible because I keep saying, you can't keep getting any more hype. And then it does. It just does. It's crazy. Either way, if you want more My Hero, subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you want Ruby content, you should go check it out, because I uploaded a Ruby video the other day. Also, once again, sorry for my crappy green screen in this corner. Specifically over here, there's no light source in this direction because I suck. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, and once again, if you're wondering why I take up so much of the screen, I have to do this because if I take up a little bit of the screen, then I will get copyright striked and my channel will disappear forever. So, this chapter's pretty good. It starts off, Best Jeanist is in the plane, confirmed Best Jeanist now. He's watching a clip. He's watching the TV that Dobby's on. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Dobby, you fiend. You won't get your way. My man swoops in and just, hold on. Let me do a little skirt. Oh, maybe this way. There we go. Just ties up Jitamakia. Just ties him up. Just scoops him up. And if you can't see, there's also all the league there. We got Spinner and Shigaraki tied together. Mr. Compress. Dobby is in a corner. It is crazy. It's like we gotta get a nice Bakugo. I'll remember one day that this is reversed. Yep, that's a roundabout way of going. We get a really cool, like, yeah, Best Genius was alive from, like, Bakugo. He roasts Dobby. He says like cheap inferior denim. Dobby's about to start smoking. He's about to be on fire. He's like, doesn't change the fact that my dad's a jerk, and he's like, right, Shoto. Jitamakia is powered down, which is why he's able to hold him, and he's tired. Jitamakia is not this like mindless monster form anymore, and he's like, hey, he needs orders from the boss. Spinner is there, like talking to Shigaraki. Spinner is about to wake up Shigaraki by biting on his head, and he does. And Haguri, Laser Girl. I'm going to talk about this a little bit because this is a point of contention amongst the community. We'll get to that at the end of the chapter where the crazy stuff happens. She gets blasted by Dobby. Todoroki's real upset about it. And this panel of Dobby looks so sick. I'm actually going to make myself a little... I really can't afford to play it safe on these or I'll lose my channel. Dobby looks straight up like Ghost Rider in this picture. Like with the flames around him. He looks sick. Toya? Should I call him Toya now? It doesn't matter. Endeavor is just speechless, by the way. Endeavor is completely... has not said a word for like 3 chapters. Todoroki's falling apart at the seams. Looks like Best Jeanist is still coughing, which is kind of sad boy hours. Shigaraki's starting to wake up. He's like, gotta destroy, must stop. And then it says Makia destroy, and then Makia has like a meme. He's like, it's the I sleep real. You know, I can't swear on this channel, but it does look like the meme. It starts to snap. And then we get a brief cut to what's happening at other places. It looks like the rest of it here, Endeavor's agency is fighting some Nomu. And they're like, hey, we killed some, but some are getting away. And Burnen's there. It's about to get attacked from the back, which we cut away from. And then Jitamakia starts to break out, and Genius is like, uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. And we are in the midst of a Dobby Shoto throwdown, and it's sick. There's this fire. And then this is another thing. So if you can't see, Todoroki, all this stuff up here. Todoroki is, Shoto, is like, hey, you could have got Natsuo killed by that guy that you sent. And he's like, Natsuo got killed? Man, that's a bummer. It would really hurt Endeavor if he died. That'd have been great. And Shoto's like, are you insane? And Tommy's like, yes. It's like goofy. And then Dobby is really like, well, we'll talk about the end. Mr. Compress is like, Spinner, good news. Luck is on our side. Because Nomus are going towards Best Genius to help Giant Tamakia and Shigaraki. It's literally just a battle between Giant Tamakia's brute strength and Genius' quirk. And if that gets interrupted, obviously he would break. So that's why it's good news for the villains, bad news for the heroes. That some Nomu are showing up down here in this bottom right. You can kind of, sort of... Yeah, there we go. And then we get some interior monologue by Deku, where he's like, oh, I gotta move, like I'm worthless. This self-destructive tendency, I think, is something that's going to be addressed later this arc, because Deku just can't have this thought process. He can't be like, oh, I'm useless. And even though he was like literally carrying earlier, like none of them would be here if it wasn't for him. So he needs to get over. Oh, I almost spoiled the big twist. I didn't realize that was the next page. He's like, someone needs to help Best Genius. And this is the real crazy bubble blue. We see power. Mirio's back and he has his quirk. And Deku's face was my face reading this. Mind blown, dude. Holy moly. Mirio is back. You know this is going to be the thumbnail. I don't give a shizzle, my friends. Oh my god. Okay, so let's talk about some stuff in chronological order. Genius is back. Bakugo finally gets to see Genius, which is great. Hopefully we're going to get his hero name soon. That would be exciting. Okay, so the Hakiger thing. You actually can't see it really well. This right here. So this is the reason that people are upset is because and I guess they're kind of right. In previous, especially recently with Mina and Kirishima, there's been like an over the head of all the females characters, like, are they gonna lose and then get saved? And in this scenario, this is kind of exactly what happens. I'm going to be honest. Is it a bummer? Do I think she's completely out of the fight yet? I'm hoping no, because she is a big one of the big three. And we still haven't seen her do anything really crazy, at least not compared to Sun Eater or Mirio or anything along those lines. So people are just kind of bummed that another female gets sidelined for a male character, which I understand. Personally, I didn't really care too much for Hakiger. She's fine. She's not like a bad character. Of course, I like to see her do cool stuff. Mirio's back, you know what I mean? Do I think the author can't write female characters? I don't think that's true. I think Ochako and Mirko, I definitely think he can. I just think, at the end of the day, it is a shonen, and that's not aimed at women. Unfortunately. It is unfortunate. I agree. But so, yeah, that is a complaint. Not one for me personally. I do get it. I understand where they're coming from, and I think it's valid. It's not something that I care about too much, at least not in this scenario. I think in a different scenario, if it was someone else that I cared a little bit more about, I probably would be upset about it. So as I said, I get it, just not this time. I also thought the Mina one wasn't that bad because it was a parallel. I don't think the Mina one was just like, oh, a girl's being saved from a boy. I think it was showing that everyone has their moments of fear, and that it's showing that Kirishima also grew, and that Mina is still important. I'm hoping. I think that whole moment will come back for something. We'll see. Dabi, great. Shigaraki looks like. Can you guys hold on? Shigaraki looks so tired. His eyes are rolling. Spinner, I love Spinner. Best Genius. Oh man. And then this moment. I thought was there something else we were gonna talk about? Oh, the Dabi thing. Real brief. They are definitely Hori is definitely trying to make Dabi non-redeemable. I think that's what this is. This is him showing that he will be a villain till the end. He's not gonna come back to the good side. Probably. He maybe in his last moments will be like, man, I wish things turned out differently, but in the end, I definitely think this is Hori saying that no, there will be no redemption arc. He is not Toya anymore. He is Dabi, a villain, a murderer, like a monster. He clearly didn't care about killing his own brother, and he's trying to kill his own brother right now. His baby brother. So, not a good guy. You know what I mean? Personally, that's fine with that. As a character, I didn't really like Dabi too much. He definitely's gone up because of this. We finally get to see, his true self, and I think it's much more entertaining. I like villains that are... Villains are typically more entertaining when they know what they're about, and Dabi at this point, Toya, I really don't know what he's going to go by after this. I think he'll want Toya because that way he'll keep reminding Endeavor of of his mistake. So Toya makes the most sense plot-wise to me. But it's just going to be hard to go from calling him Dabi to Toya. But yeah, Toya for sure is definitely an interesting character. At least interesting in the way that it's entertaining. Because they clearly have no regard for others at all. Interesting stuff. And then, of course, the big thing. Mirio's back and has his quirk. So real quick, I want to discuss what this potentially means. It means that Eri has some form of control over quirk now. Because she clearly cured Mirio permanently, assumingly. He's here. What does this mean for everyone else? So, obviously, I think people are concerned because in this arc right now, it shows how beat up Deku's arms are. I mean, they are past the point of no return, and people are worried that they're immediately going to be fixed with Eri. While I do think that they will be fixed with Eri, and I think that was kind of unavoidable because that's what they were setting up. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. Eri was a plot point from part 1, and she will continue to be so until she either stops being relevant or useful. I think she can also have a cute character, which she is, but that doesn't change the fact that she's a walking, talking plot device. I think that the common theory, and the one that I am putting my eggs in the basket of, because it's the one that I prefer, is that when the bigger her horn is, the more, like, let's just say the more power she's storing, and she can use all that power to fix someone, assumingly. In this case, it was Mirio. So let's assume now that it's on a longer cooldown. Hopefully, ideally, a couple months at the least a couple months, because I do want Deku to live. I for sure want Deku to have to live with this mistake. He needs to learn that he can't push his body like that. You know what I mean? This is a lesson the character needs to learn. So I want that to be ingrained in him, and somehow I don't want it to be fixed immediately, but I do think eventually it will be fixed. What's important is Mirio's back, which is super sick. It's so exciting. It is incredible how, I was talking to my friends about this. For a while, this arc, we thought the heroes were boned. We were like, I do not see an out. As soon as Gigantomachia Tamaki gets there, it is game over. And now, it's actually looking up for the heroes. Best Jeanist than Mirio, to be fair, Best Jeanist is, by default, right now, he's the number 1 hero. Because Endeavor and Hawks are out of commission for probably at least a little bit. So Best Jeanist is number 1. And he showed up, and he's really showing out. I mean, this is some impressive stuff. I know there's a Sky Egg stuff from Vigilantes. But, like, this is still a Gigantomachia on his Master's Command. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. I love this. Best Jeanist is on it, getting a lot of points from me. He's really showing up, and obviously Mirio instantly banging... Pause. Instantly one-banging some Nomu. So sick to see Mirio back in his full glory. Lemillion, I'm stoked. December 6th, baby. I'm ready. Oh, my hero just doesn't miss. It just doesn't miss. What are we going to rate this chapter? I almost want to rate it a 10 out of 10. I really do. I really almost want to rate it a 10 out of 10. I won't. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Almost the highest praise I can give, but it's close to a 10 out of 10. I think if Hakuger was handled a little bit differently and we got a little bit more Lemillion, it could have been 10 out of 10. It's close. It's as close as it gets besides being perfect. I don't think it was perfect. I think it was almost so close to being perfect. It was still an incredible chapter. I'm stoked. This series is so good. I am so excited for the new season. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Content's probably going to stick about this to be kind of like rushed along until a little bit later December when school's finally over and I can truly focus on this a little bit more full time. I am also picked up more shifts of work, which is why my content is a little bit, more lacking in the past couple days. More shifts. School is like these are the last 2 weeks of school, right? So like finals and more shifts. So I literally am just busier than I have been. But yeah. Anyway, sorry to rant about life. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want, and I will see all of you next time. Peace.